Hey folks, Mad Cat here from The Balcony Show. Now, if you haven't heard about Anchor, well then I gotta tell you, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. First, it's free. And who the hell doesn't love free? I know I do. I mean, come on. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And talk about doing the legwork. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Cheers and be well, and keep listening to us right here on The Balcony Show. Coming to you from the top of the Poconos, it's The Balcony Show with your host, Ann Thatcher, Bo Sommer, and me, the Mad Cat. We have searched the globe for the best in indie music, so you don't have to. So here we go, The Balcony Show.
Hi everybody, welcome to The Balcony Show. I'm here, Mad Cat's here, Bo is here, and Donna is in the house too. Woohoo!
Are we really here? Like, what if we're
Yeah.
just like somebody's dream in like a parallel universe?
So we're heading towards my favorite time of the year.
Typical female, totally just ignored me.
Does that happen a lot, Mad Cat?
I rest my case.
Well, you know what they say.
No, I don't. They never say it.
When the frost is on the pumpkin, it's time for Dickie Duncan.
What?
What? What?
In honor of that,
You're
we
in
are
trouble.
giving Mad Cat some more bad pickup lines.
Oh no.
Wow, she's been working on her segues. Boy, oh boy.
All right, I don't want to. I like being surprised. Go
Oh,
ahead.
do you?
Yes.
All right, yay. Meh. That's all I just heard.
Remember teenage boys used to think me.
Yeah. Used to irk me when you'd see, you just lay down like some heavy stuff. You spoke passionately, you spoke a little bit, and then somebody looks at you and goes, yeah, but yet all I heard was me. And then it just takes the wind right out of your sails as you're picking up that monkey wrench to wrap somebody in the head with it. All right, bad pickup lines. Bad pickup line number 1. I want you to spend the night at my room so that I can bob your apples.
What? Have you ever said that to anyone?
I mean, where's this room located? Is this out like the county fair? I want you to spend your night in my room so that I can bob your apples.
That's messed up.
All right. Bad pickup.
I don't like.
What? Bo?
I don't know. Is there a girl out there that would actually think like, oh, okay?
Yeah.
Like
Funny.
what?
Get over here and bob my apples.
I would think it was funny. If somebody said that to me.
I think I'd get grossed out.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on who it was.
Ew, if it was well,
It depends on who it was and how
Yeah,
it was
but-
delivered.
that can go both ways.
Well, I'm not going
We'll
down
talk
that
off the
rabbit
air.
hole.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's not for
Okay.
on air.
continued
Yeah.
later.
Off air.
Right? All right. Bad pickup lines number 2. Seems like you like a nutmeg because you're damn spicy.
What?
Maybe it's
Seems like you like a nutmeg because you damn spicy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel it.
You're like a nutmeg, or you
Yeah.
like,
like nutmeg.
I don't know. That's the way.
That's,
Anna's like, I don't know.
that's the way it's worded. Seems like you like a nutmeg.
Seems like you like a nutmeg, 'cause you damn spicy.
Oh.
She said it good.
All right.
All right. So, bad pickup lines number 3. You're damn gorgeous. I could hardly believe my eyes. What?
Fall, get it? Belief.
Oh, bad pickup lines for the fall.
Oh, Belief.
Yeah,
That's
you're
cute.
damn gorgeous. I could hardly believe my eyes.
All right, that's cute.
Today's show is a very different show. What we're doing is we're featuring Better Man Records. So we're going to have several artists from Better Man Records and the producer in Better Man Records join the show. But we're going to start with one of his songs, Priesttown Creek by Preston Ary Band. So take a listen, and when we come back, we will have Better Man Records joining the show.
Blacktop meets that old dirt road by the Priesttown Creek and an old fence road. The church still stands, but the weeds are all growed. The Priesttown Creek's where it saved my soul. Place when I was about 9, I was tracking them wolves across the county line. Before I could think twice, I was standing all alone and staring at the devil on the Priesttown road. He said, son, won't you come with me? I'll make you what you wanna be. All I ask of you is for your soul, and I'll take you where you wanna go. But if you wanna run and be free, you better bathe in the water down at Priesttown Creek. Running down my spine, so I headed to the church by the riverside. I felt my heart grow colder and my skin get hotter. I dove into that holy Priesttown Creek water. When I came up, I was still in fright, and all I could see was a blinding light. It was all so much I kept my eyes closed until I heard my name called by the Holy Ghost. He said, son, won't you come with me? I'll make you what you wanna be. All I ask of you is for your soul, and I'll take you where you wanna go. And if you wanna stay and be free, you better bathe in the water down at Priesttown Creek. Priesttown Creek.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the balcony, and we are very excited because we have Better Man Records in the house. And representing tonight is Preston Ary. He is the producer and owner of Better Man Records. And then we have three of his artists, Bryan Andrews, Joey Wray, and Luke Christenson. Welcome, guys.
What's up?
Can we please redo that, but in harmony? Okay.
You can tell. So we just heard Preston, your song Priest Town Creek, which we all love. We all really like this song. Can you tell us something about that song, dude?
Yeah, that's kind of an interesting song. So, my friend David, the guys know who David is. You guys know who David is. Anyways, apparently my name Preston Ary, translated in Greek, is actually Priesttown Creek. So he was like, man, you should change your name to Priesttown Creek. That sounds so much cooler. And I was like, well, that'd be cool, but that takes a lot of work to change your everything you worked for to just change it.
Yeah, right.
You know? So I read a song called Priesttown Creek, though, which is technically it's my name in a different language. And it ended up pouring out just kind of how I felt. So it was probably the most interesting song I've ever written, to be honest.
Wow.
Well, that's pretty damn good because I really enjoy that song.
Thank you.
So Better Man Records. How did Better Man Records start? I mean, you said, I know we had talked earlier and you'd said you were in Nashville and now you're in Missouri. But
right.
Tell me, how did you come about to being a producer and producing these great songs, which our listeners will hear? But tell us something about Better Man and how that came about.
Well, yeah. So I moved to Tennessee probably about 3 years ago, to chase the Nashville dream, go down there and write songs and record music and, do what everybody else does. And I wasn't there for very long, but I could already kind of see through everything that was happening there. It was a lot of people doing what I was doing, but not getting the attention they deserved, including myself. I invested a lot of money and time in myself, and nothing happened with it. And, Joey's been there. A couple of us have been through that. And I was like, you know what? I just felt like God had a better plan for me, and it was to be a producer rather than an actual front man of stuff,
Right.
Which I still do that, but I felt like I needed to do more than just that. So I decided I'd come home, and, rent was a big thing. I was paying $1,300 a month for a 1-bedroom apartment down there.
Yikes.
And I pay less than that now for my apartment and my studio, and it's not just providing services for myself and my own music. I get to take care of people that, who deserve to be taken care of, or, they want to,
right,
without having to go through the ringer. There's a lot of great things in Nashville, but there's also a lot of not great things in Nashville,
So now you're in Missouri, right?
Right, yeah.
So if you're in Missouri...
Oh, I'm sorry.
So if you're in Missouri, Better Man Records is a place to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
And where are you located in Missouri?
Fayette, Missouri. It's a really small town.
Okay.
But it's not necessarily, we don't really do a lot with the people in Missouri, with recording equipment nowadays. A lot of people have their own interfaces at home. So we're working with people out of Canada and Illinois, Alabama, really all over the place, to put their music out.
Nice.
So the first person on deck from Better Man is Luke Christenson. Luke, your song,
ma'am.
Break Things.
Yeah.
Set this up for us. Tell us about Break Things, and is it literally break things, or?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much.
Because I want to break things once.
Yeah, I think we all do.
My husband's neck.
Oh.
Right.
Surprise.
It's a great frustration song, for
Oh,
sure.
there you go.
I had a friend present an idea to me, actually two different ideas, and one of the ideas was pretty large scaled, I guess. So I was able to take part of each of those two ideas and put them together and write break things. And then, I guess the concept is, as long as I have my guitar and I have my music, there's only so much damage you can do to me. So I played an acoustic deal that Preston set up with Preston and Bryan Andrews. And Bryan had been in the studio while we were recording that song. And so he got to hear it, as we go through it time and time again to get it right. I guess it kind of stuck in his head. And that night when we were playing, he sang along with it.
Oh, wow.
And I thought, well, man, that's pretty dadgum cool right there. And so I spoke with him later about, hey, do you want to jump in on that song as a feature artist and as a guest? And he said, yeah. So it was really, really a huge deal for me to have him on there. And that's the biggest deal, is that we're doing the music justice.
Right.
I liked how it went that night, and so that's how we decided. And if Preston agreed, that's how we decided we'd go with it from there.
And I gotta say, Luke, I really like the tone of your voice. There's this little bit of like gravel kind of thing you've got going on, and one of my favorite of you. I love yous all, but yeah, you got a little bit of smexy going on in your voice there, Luke.
Oh, I appreciate it. I work really, really hard at that.
So
I appreciate that.
So there is a collaborative effort amongst all of you then at Better Man.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I can see there's probably a lot of stories about what goes on in that studio down there in Missouri. If those walls could talk, I'm sure.
It's only going to get better from here.
Yeah. All right, so we're going
to
take
there's times we're thankful the walls can't talk.
Yeah. Well, same as here, believe me. So let's take a break and listen to Break Things by Luke Christenson. You're going to love it. You're going to love his voice, and we'll be right back with the rest of the interview.
Say you wanna leave this town, but that makes two of us. Even when you're here, you're not around, and I've had enough. If you need to go, then please take your space. I'm done trying to keep the peace, but it ain't my place to say that your mind will never change, and I can't keep on lying to myself every day. And I'm tired of trying. You can't replace my heart like I can these strings. Replace my heart like I can these strings. I guess you like to break things. Guess you like to break things. You say you wanna leave this town and head out west. Even when you're gone, you're still around, if only in my head. But your mind will never change, and I can't keep on lying to myself every day. And I'm tired of trying. You can't replace my heart like I can these strings. Can't replace my heart like I can these strings. I guess you like to break that. guess you like to break things to myself every day. Your mind will never change, and I can't keep on lying to myself every day. And I'm tired of trying. You can't replace my heart like I can these strings. You can't replace my heart like I can these strings. I guess you like to break things. I guess you like to break things. I guess you like to break things. Why'd you have to break me? Guess you like to break things.
And we are back on the Balcony Show with Preston, Luke, Joey, and Bryan, all artists and producer from Better Man Records. So, how's everything like? Now that the world's starting to open back up and things are starting to move again, how's the performance aspect of things lit up for you guys?
I guess I'll go first. For the most part, it's been pretty well. We lost probably $5,000 a month last April on live performances, and that's not a joke. So it's great to see things come back open. I've got to play a couple with Bryan. I got to play one with Joey. Got to play a couple with Luke. So we're very fortunate to be able to play music again. And I'll say that it's great hanging out with these guys and just getting back to doing what we love to do.
Yeah, I second that.
No doubt. I'm so glad presumably coming to an end. I mean, who knows what lurks around the corner anymore? So.
Right. So who's the clown? There's always a clown in the group. Who's the clown?
I would say Bryan's probably the clown.
See how quickly that happened, Bryan?
Oh, yeah, Bryan. All right, I'm going to claim Bryan. He's my fave.
Okay.
And I definitely dig the, oh, my God, I watched one of your YouTube videos, something about a welder. Your wife's cheating on you, and right?
Yeah.
Was that you? That was you.
Yeah, that was one of the promos we did for a
That
song
was
that
funny.
just came out. Yeah.
Yeah, that was very, very, very funny. Definitely made my day when I saw that. So.
Oh yeah, you got to stay on top of trends and stay on top of how to be creative when it comes to promotion and everything. So.
Yeah, and I love that because, there's really no set book anymore with the industry.
Nope.
Not at all. And everybody's just kind of trying to figure it out, navigate. I'm actually doing a little snippet about YouTube and TikTok later on in the show. But, Bryan, I know that I think you're on TikTok. Not TikTok.
Yeah.
TikTok.
I'm wearing off on you.
Yeah,
He's just a little bit on TikTok.
yeah, TikTok, yeah. Well, I'm going to get later. I'm going to do a little spot on some like data and information about those two platforms. But TikTok is surpassing YouTube.
Oh,
and
yeah.
individual watch time. It's really it's mind blowing. Yeah, and the numbers are just astronomical. So, again, it's one of those platforms that's getting like insanely saturated, but everybody can find an audience on this platform. It's weird. It's like a free for all, but it's a fun free for all. I feel like Instagram is a little bit more like rigid and follow the book, and where TikTok is really allowing artists to truly be themselves. I don't know. I love TikTok. It's a huge time waster, but I love it.
So
Yes, absolutely.
Joey Wray, Ain't
Hello.
On Me. Talk about that song.
I love that song. That's my favorite.
Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so that's a song I wrote, a couple months ago, at the beginning of this summer, I think. It's technically a song about my girlfriend, but I mean, instead of just another song about a girl, another love song, I kind of tried to make it a little bit more personal and kind of went into detail. I got the idea, like, I'm changing all these, ways about my life for you because I care about you, but then I wanted to expand on that and kind of talk about other people that have kind of influenced me and molded me.
Yeah,
into the person that I am today.
Yeah,
so.
It seemed like you were kind of honoring like your
Yeah, for
dad
sure.
and your mom and your family
Yeah.
members. I thought
My
that was
grandpa,
really
yep.
sweet, and will
Appreciate it.
connect with
Thank
a
you.
lot of people, I think.
Yeah, I was trying to make it, personal and also relatable to other people at the same time. So
People can
hopefully it worked
identify
out
with
that
that,
way.
though,
Yes.
Joey. So that's
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah.
For
you
sure.
know, when somebody hears that and they can put themselves in your shoes, I think that's smart. And realizing that you have to put yourself out there a little bit. I get it.
Yep.
But I think people really can put themselves in your shoes, and I found that too with this song that it spoke.
Yeah, kind of like
It's from
those
the heart,
people.
and you can tell.
Yeah, those people made you who you are today, made you the man you are
Yeah.
today.
For
It
sure.
was really, really
So,
nice.
Thank you. I
So-
appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So we're going to take a listen to Ain't On Me from Joey Wray, another one you're going to want for your playlist.
The reason I'm picking on this guitar, singing country songs and pouring out my heart, wearing these cowboy boots on my feet, that's on Grandpa. That ain't on me. Reason I work hard for everything I own, drive Chevy trucks and drink a couple cold ones, but put family first before anything, that's on Dad. That ain't on me. Reason I'm walking to the state of life, planning out my future, not my Friday night. Think about a rock slowing down my road, can wrap my arms around my whole world. I'll admit it, yeah, I can't even deny. Got me thinking about the rest of my life. It ain't me no more, it's we. That's on you, that ain't on me. The reason I got so much faith in my heart, lean on God, I like the way the lights dark. Know a couple more verses than John 3:16, that's on mine. That ain't on me. Reason I'm walking to the straight of life, planning out my future, not my Friday night. Think about a rock slowing down my road, can wrap my arms around my whole world. I'll admit it, yeah, I can't even deny. Got me thinking about the rest of my life. It ain't me no more, it's we. That's on you, that ain't on me. I'm a product of my raising, but I found me a brand new reason. It's the reason I'm walking a little straight line, planning out my future, not my Friday night. Think about a rock slowing down my road, can wrap my arms around my whole world. I'll admit it, yeah, I can't even deny. Got me thinking about the rest of my life. It ain't me no more, it's we. That's on you, that ain't on me. Think about a rock slowing down my road. That's on you, that ain't on me.
Welcome back to the balcony, and we are
Better
here
Man
with
Records.
Better Man Records. Yes, nice to have you guys on the show. And
Bryan Andrews.
Brian, yeah, I like Brian.
What's up?
I love your raspiness. I love your rawness. I love your TikTok videos.
She's a fan.
Yeah, I'm a fan. You got a lot going on, and good for you. But tell us about "Give Me a Sign."
Oh man, I love that song. That was I had wrote that song whenever I had just about quit my job. I hadn't done it yet. We were about to put out Liquor and Pills, and I had got COVID.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was like right over Thanksgiving break. So, I mean, I had it like during the week of Thanksgiving, and I couldn't taste or smell nothing. Yeah, it was awesome. But I was sitting in my room one night, couldn't sleep, and started thinking of that song, because I just was feeling a lot of pressure. I didn't want to go back to work, and I kind of wanted to just try the music thing for a minute, and I knew it was too soon, but I was like, I'm home, and I was working on the road at the time. I really didn't want to make that 8-hour drive back to Minnesota. So as soon as I was sitting there thinking about it, it kind of just came to me like that, like tell me what I'm supposed to do, and I think a lot of times, people question their faith sometimes. I know I do. And so that's kind of where that song came from, like just let me know if I'm doing the right things. Like, I don't know if anybody's there listening, but if you are, can you give me a sign?
And again,
and so
same thing.
Wow.
It speaks
to people.
It speaks to what's going on right now. It speaks to, people who've lost people. It speaks to sometimes especially I know when you lose somebody, sometimes you just want a sign. Sometimes so I took it kind of like there, you know what I mean? Like, I get it that you want a sign for what direction your life can go in, but sometimes you want a sign that a departed one has left and they're okay too. So
oh yeah,
I just
like absolutely
really like this song.
I do too, and for me, just relating to it, and oh my God, please, I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way, but the pandemic, if you can find a positive in this horrific thing we've been through in the last year and a half, it's that this pandemic has, I think, truly gotten into the souls of everybody.
Yeah.
And we are just rethinking life. And on like so many, even like me, like what do I want to do in the next 10 years? Where do I want to be in the next 10 years?
Yep.
Because we don't need to take this crap anymore. That's, but we all do need a sign. And that's scary. And especially as you're getting older, I'm in my 50s, and it's like, all right, well, I got to stay at my job because I got to retire there because I have money invested, in all the time that I've put in there. But, I heard your song and give me a sign, and I need a sign. And yeah, we all need a sign. The pandemic, I think, was a huge wake-up call on, outside of it just being a horrible thing.
Here you are home.
Yeah.
And thank goodness
for sure.
thank goodness you're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I took that song to the studio and wrote the second half of it, with Preston, I think we both had the same, vibe with it. It was like, we don't really know. Better Man was really fresh. I was still really fresh. We didn't know what really was going on in life. And then, it kind of all just fell into place. And so
we were both looking for a sign at the same time.
Yeah.
And I think everybody was, kind of like you all were saying, that's why I think I've been putting out a lot of, I guess, sad songs, you could say, just because everybody's been feeling that way,
Yeah.
I mean,
it's so heavy on our mind.
Yep. Yeah, we're trying to figure it out.
And it's always important to write what you feel, so.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's take a listen to Give Me a Sign by Bryan Andrews, produced at Better Man Records. Check them out.
Trying to read between the lines, so I fold my hands, bow my head, and give this a try. God, I ain't asking to win the lottery, no, I ain't asking to live forever. I just wanna know if that girl's leading me on, or if we wind up together. And God, I gotta tell you, it's getting show. Oh, and I know my time is coming, I'm just scared of the unknown. But if I just knew that you were there, I wouldn't be scared of letting go. 'Cause God, I ain't asking to win a lottery, you know I ain't asking to live forever. I just wanna know if that girl's leading me, or if we wind up together. And God, I gotta tell you, it's getting hard to keep my faith. I just need to know if I should quit my job or give up on my dreams. And honestly, God, I'm not sure if you're real, if you're just in my mind. But here I am on my knees, so if you're there, God, could you give me a sign? God, I ain't asking to win a lottery, and I ain't asking to live forever. I just wanna know if that girl's leading me on, or if we wind up together. God, I gotta tell you, it's getting hard to keep my faith. I just need to know if I should quit my job or give up on my dream. And honestly, God, I'm not sure if you're real, if you're just in my mind. But here I am on my knees, so if you're there, God, could you give me a sign? Could you give me a sign?
And you're back on the Balcony Show with Better Man Records.
Hey.
So, we love talking production. Production in the sense of we get, actually, I should say Anne's email. I don't know. She's getting like hundreds and hundreds of emails a day with indie artists trying to just get a break and get some airplay going. And we got to tell you, and we're going to do this very gently, but there's a lot of indie artists that I don't know, like we struggle with this. Like they're what they hear, they think is good, or it's like airplay ready, and it's
how
not.
do you nicely tell somebody that they're they're not good?
And how do you?
So, I've been there. I've still am independent, but when I first started putting out music and doing my own music, I think I was 18. And, a lot of these people, they don't have any direction on what to do. They don't know how to even start with the music process.
Yeah.
But somebody they know, a mutual friend, has a recording studio in their basement or something.
Right.
So they'll go put
yes.
$150, we'll take care of it, and then, produce it, and it's a very exciting experience for them.
Yeah.
It's their first song, and they're excited. They want to get it out there. And then they go submit it because it's their first song without sitting down and analyzing all the aspects. Because I can tell you firsthand, I've deleted about 7 songs or refused to release 7, 8 songs because after just really analyzing the situation, I didn't think, as a third person viewer or listener, would I think that's, how does it reflect on me,
Right.
And I get a lot of excitement, but you want to do your songs justice. If you truly believe in your music and you believe your story and your implementation, you don't want to shortchange yourself with lack of production, because production's not everything, but at the same time, it does help a lot get the point across.
Yeah.
The thing of it is
I think you always have to have that. You don't ever want to surround yourself with yes people. Oh, that's great. That's great. That's perfect. That's great. That's great. Because when you have people in a room that nobody wants to hurt your feelings, they just want to constantly placate to, oh my God, man, that's so good. Instead of having the actual honest person that says, yo, man, you kind of dropped a weak nut on that one. You know what I mean? And that's something I see in a lot of the indie artists who kind of rush to get their stuff out there because they're excited that they get it done. But then you're surrounded by yes people, and I say it often whenever I see somebody that's like, look, you know, you need a little bit of a reality. This, and this works, but this thing you were doing with the weird breath and the bulging eyes, that don't work. You got to stop.
Right.
Right.
And that's luckily, you know, since we opened up Better Man Records, you know, everybody's really open to suggest. I don't make anybody do anything in my studio. You know, it's at the end of the day, it's their songs and it's how they perform. I can always make suggestions here and there.
Right.
You know, as somebody who's been doing it for a while, but a lot of these people go into doing things that they don't know what they're doing, which is understand. We've all been there. We don't know what we're doing when we first start music.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you know, and everybody.
So what would you tell
starts.
somebody when they come in? What would you tell somebody who's looking to get production from a professional studio? What should they look for, Preston?
Well, they should be opening to learning, really. You know, people who do production. So I actually interned for Kent Wells for Sommer. I recorded my first album with Kent Wells, and he's Dolly Parton's producer. So it's just surrounding yourself with people who know what they're doing, and just taking it all in and making mental notes. So next time you can be a little bit better yourself. So if you don't have anybody who knows what they're doing, it's hard to learn because they also are on the same page as you are, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel, too, a lot of indie artists, they, like you said, they're so excited. They're so grateful to be in a professional studio, whether they're of that caliber yet.
Right.
And I don't know if I'm saying that right, as far as of them being ready as an artist to be in the studio yet. You know what I mean? Because there's so much more. There is more than just production. You can have a greatly produced song, but the song could be, you know,
But
shite.
if they're not a good singer, or they're
Right.
not bringing the talent to the table.
And also,
you know.
too, they're going to have that one song and they're going to be super proud and they're going to put it out there, but yet they've done no other homework to prep for that release. You know, there's no plan, there's no brand, there's no website, there's no information, there's like nothing. You know, I feel like, I don't know, is there like a music industry school that we can send people to before they actually even go into a studio? Yeah, Indie Radar. Yeah, my spot on the show. But because there's so much more to it. And there is no such thing as overnight success. You talk to anybody who you think was an overnight success, and they'll tell you they were doing it, you know, for years and years before they had a taste of, you know.
Wow.
Which brings me to, where do you guys see yourself in 5 years? Where do you want to be?
Well, for me, I just hope to keep doing what I love doing. You know, just helping the guys at the studio, you know, write songs, produce, just give the world great music. You know, it doesn't have to be me singing, but as long as I can help give the world what they need to hear, I'm cool with that. You know.
Yeah, if you're asking me, selling out stadiums is what I want to be doing.
You know, I was just going to ask,
Programs are right there.
like you have, as artists, how do you, like, what's your ultimate goal? But would you also be happy with just obviously gaining some success to make money and, you know, of course, like, further your careers and your talent for the world to hear, but like, what realistic goals have you set for yourself, even in like the next 12 months?
I guess I'll take that first. I think for me, you know, I try to keep my goals as realistic as possible, but if there's anything I've learned with the power of social media and anything like that, it's that almost anything is possible. So, like, for me in the next year, you know, I want to be opening for some real big people. I want to be, you know, up to 500,000 monthly listeners on Spotify, you know, stuff like that. And at the end of the day, to me, just making a living doing it isn't good enough. You know what I mean? I mean, for sure, like, I would definitely choose making music every day over, you know, going back to welding on the road and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you know, I want to be able to write relatable songs for, you know, the people who don't get a whole lot of love with country radio or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people that actually go through hard times and stuff like that, and making it big, doing it, making non-mainstream country music mainstream again. So
There you go.
Oh yeah, I'm all about that.
So, yep, that's where I'm at with it.
Go ahead, Joey.
I was just gonna say pretty much the same thing. Like I got, obviously everybody that does this, I feel like their ultimate dream would be like to be on the big stage, you know, selling out stadiums and big crowds and all that for sure. But I mean, I know how many people want to do that too. So I mean, like Bryan said, I would rather do music for a living, you know, where I actually still have a day job, so I do construction, you know, so I mean,
Which is hard work.
Yeah, so I mean, it would be awesome, you know, that could be a short-term goal for me, you know, to start doing more shows now that COVID is kind of calming down a little bit, where I could just focus on music full-time and make a living on that, and then, you know, keep getting baby steps from there, you know, 6 months down the road.
Right.
You know, maybe be traveling a little bit more instead of just playing mostly around Missouri, or, you know,
Well, that's
just
what they say.
keep releasing
new
new music.
circles. Like build your brand in an area, then go a little bit further out. And build your brand there, and you know what I mean.
Yeah, and
Just
that was a great baby steps. You know, so many artists are like, "No, I got a new song. I'm gonna like blow up Spotify," and you know, crickets.
You know how many people there are 6 billion artists on Spotify as of today.
Yeah, that's a lot of noise. That's a lot of congestion.
6 billion artists on a planet of 7.5 billion people. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, isn't that
crazy?
crazy?
Definitely have to have a lot of like perseverance with it too, because like Preston, I mean, I moved down to Nashville too, probably 5 or 6 years ago now, and I was only down there about 2 years, and I'm back in Missouri now. And I mean, I feel like every time an artist releases a new song, obviously in their head, they're like, man, this is my best song yet, you know? Because I mean, you should be writing better songs every time, and you should be excited about them. So every time that like you do release one and it, you know, it doesn't blow up like you're just saying, like you can't give up. You got to keep going, you know, got to keep pushing. So.
Yeah, that's probably the best thing I've ever heard, like nail on the head. You know, I think a lot of times we get to a point where we're like, yeah, dude, this song, this one's it, you know, especially like for me on TikTok and everything. Like, I just know this one's going to blow up. And then sometimes, like, that's how I felt with Give Me a Sign. You know, I thought that we did a really good job with that song. I thought it was an awesome song. I thought it was really, really relatable, and it just didn't really do what I wanted it to.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I mean, you can't, I was going to say, you can't expect everything to, you know, hit like it always does, or have like it has in the past, or even take off like you want it to, and you can't just give up because of it, you know. So.
All right. Well, Bryan, tell me something about yourself that most people would not know.
I don't. Well, it's starting to become more apparent, I guess, in the music I'm making now. But I'm definitely like just as much into rock music and like pop punk and punk rock music than I am country music. So.
Oh, okay. What about you, Luke?
Oh, something about me that people don't know.
Most people would not know.
Wow, I don't know. I mean, I guess to give you that answer, but touch on some of the past conversation is I'm actually a Nashville recording artist. I've gone to studios in Nashville. Let's see, Better Man Records is actually my third studio that I've gone to. I've produced music at 2 different studios already. But Better Man Records and Preston and those guys have allowed me to a little bit be more of the artist that I want to be, and kind of help mold me.
Oh, cool.
Versus, you know, Nashville even was one of those places that said, hey, yeah, we love that song, great. And I was nowhere near ready as an artist to sing or come out. I mean, I can look back. I thought I was then, but I can look back on that now and go, that was never going to work.
Yeah, but that shows growth, and that's important.
Sure.
And what about you, Joey?
I have a master's in elementary education. I went to college to be I wanted to be a first grade teacher.
Oh, I did not know that.
Wow.
See, they didn't even know that.
What?
They didn't know that, see?
And then right after college, I moved to Nashville and drove Uber.
Wow.
That's awesome, Joey.
Insane.
That's insane. Wow.
Now I swing a hammer.
Yeah, that is crazy, bro. I cannot believe that. I did not know that about you.
Yeah.
And
My
last but
student
not
loans each
least,
month.
Preston,
Yeah.
Yeah.
tell us something about you that most people would not know.
I'm actually a really big nerd.
Knew it.
I did know that.
You
I
knew
saw that was coming.
Yeah, I am such a nerd. Like, I'm obsessed with like the game, like not really just games, but like dragons and stuff. I don't know. I just think it's really cool.
Oh, I love dragons too. I have dragons all over my house.
I've just been obsessed with dragons and stuff my whole life. It's just weird. I don't know.
Like Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Yeah, they're gonna tell it all now. Doors open.
Yeah, let's just get that.
I was about to say, I feel like we knew that one.
You guys know I keep it pretty on the DL, but if you've been around me, you know.
I was about to say Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and then Joey did that. Did you say that? Yeah.
I don't even know what a Yu-Gi-Oh card is.
All right. Well, listen, guys, I want to thank you for spending some time with us and sharing your music. Preston, we're going to end with your song, Come On To Me. Do you want to set that up for our listeners, please?
So I wrote this song in Nashville with one of my buddies, Bill DeLuigi, and I've set on for probably 3 or 4 years. There's a few things, when you collaborate with people in songwriting, the more I got more involved with my band and making it our sound, I had to change a couple things, but ultimately the song was about, the premise of the idea was my wife, how I met, just going out to the ball. She was hitting on me instead, which is weird because that does not happen. And yeah, that is not a normal thing. So I wrote a song called Come On Me because my wife was attracted to me first, which is really cool.
See, that's a great story. See, all these stories. You know what? I can hardly wait to see what comes out of Better Man Records in the future. I wish you much luck, Preston, and all of you guys. Look forward to seeing you on the road. Look forward to hearing more music from you.
True story. You guys are doing fantastic work.
I gotta say, when I
Thanks,
got
Phil.
Preston's email and like all the music, and it was really good. And that, believe me, that does not happen to me very often. So that's why I called him up and said, hey, why don't you come on and talk about Better Man Records, because all of the stuff was really good. So I wish you guys all continued success. May you find your dreams, and keep in touch with us so that we can follow your journey.
Thank y'all so much.
Thank you very much.
All right. And we're going to take a listen to Come On To Me by Preston Ary Band. And we'll be right back with the rest of this show.
Met you, girl, one night at a college bar. Had my favorite drink in your hand. Didn't know that it would soon be ours. I said I'd get your number later, but you got mine instead. One funny little instigator, always 2 steps ahead. I like how you come strong to a skinhead song. Give me 3 steps out on the dance floor. The way that your lipstick tastes like Fireball whiskey when you kiss me. And when we're all turned up and it's all burned down and there's only ashes left in this town, I hate to say goodbye and what you need, but I love you, girl, when you come on to me. Always fun to chase you. You always drive me wild. But if you're the one who's driving, it ain't a big surprise. When you come on strong to a skinhead song, give me 3 steps out on the dance floor. The way that that your lipstick tastes like Fireball whiskey when you kiss me. And when we're all turned up and it's all burned down and there's only ashes left in this town, I hate to say goodbye and watch you leave, but I love you, girl. You come on to me. You come on to me. I like how you come on strong, do a Skinner song. Give me 3 steps out on the dance floor. The way that your lipstick tastes like Fireball whiskey. And when we're all turned up and it's all burned down and there's only ashes left in this town, I hate to say goodbye and watch you leave, but I love you, girl. No, I love you, girl, when you come round to me. You come round to me.
We're back on the Balcony Show, and we've come to the ending of another great show. Thank you to Better Man Records for being a part of the show, and we're going to follow their continued success.
This is the end.
This is the end.
The end. They were a bunch of great guys.
They really were.
A bunch of group of great guys.
I bet you there's some party going on down in Missouri.
Yeah.
Missouri.
Like, at first I was kind of like, Missouri? Holy hell. Yeah. And he's like in a small town in Missouri. You know, I had a girlfriend of mine that lived out there for a very short period, and she was like, sometimes there's like these vast expanses of nothingness. I'm like, oh, it's like a trip through my mind. Yay.
Oh, stop.
But you know,
anyways,
I gotta say, there, like every nook and cranny of this planet, there's talent.
Yes, absolutely.
That is one cool thing about like the time that we're living in and discovering music. Like there's just so much talent out there.
But definitely Better Man Records is a place to watch. There's some really cool stuff coming out of there. And I'm going to get out of here because we need to end things tonight. We're going to end things with a local guy, one of our favorites, the Acoustic Kitty Project, and the name of the song is One Thing. So good night, everybody, from the Balcony Show. We'll catch you next week.
Walk me up the mountain, stroll me by the sea, float me down the river, baby. The only place I wanna go is anywhere you're gonna be. Looking out on Frenchman Bay, you know that sunset sure looked fine. The only thing looking better was the look in your eyes. Only know this one thing, only know one thing to be true. Only know this one thing, baby, I love you. Let's go up the North Beach where those wild horses roam. Any place we lay our heads feels like home. Oh, it feels like home.
And that's what's up.